guys, welcome back to the video. Welcome back to the channel. It is Deja, and I am back with another video. What's up? What's poppin'? You see the waves? I mean, they ain't coming in yet, but they slight. Anyway, so today, you guys, we are going to be talking about the process and how long the process takes. So essentially, you guys, it depends on the chapter. It depends on that specific chapter. It depends on that specific organization. It all depends, and I can't speak directly for each chapter, each organization, because I am not in each chapter and I am not in each organization. I can only speak from my experience, and obviously my experience and my opinion is not the end all be all. But from my understanding, it can take as long as it can take, okay? It can take weeks. It can take months. It shouldn't take a year. You know, if it took a year, maybe. I don't know. But the standard time, it can range from 3 months to 8 months, as long as I've seen it. Like, that's the longest. 8 months has been the longest that I've seen a process go for. That is also taking into account people who decide to do underground processes and underground lines and all this other stuff. And essentially that is basically like a pre-pledging process plus the actual legal process plus the MIP, plus, you know what I'm saying? Plus all of that, you know what I'm saying? The IG, all of that. You have everything in one. So it definitely can range. I'm not here to say that, oh, you know, I went through these amount of months, so this is technically how it's supposed to go. No. Okay, honey? Like, that's not it. That was just for my chapter. I know a lot of people who only went through like 2 months, especially with this whole corona thing going on. Now, do everybody know everything about this organization? Probably not. Probably not. But you're still learning. You know what I'm saying? Especially you have those organizations that's you pledge, you have your probate, but then you're still going through a process. That technically counts as well as going through a process. So it definitely depends on the chapter. It definitely depends on, I also feel like old heads as well, because I feel like old heads are very strict when it comes to like how they want things to be ran, especially if you have a lot of like older members involved in your process. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of people from other lines come back. You know what I'm saying? But you guys also have to understand that during this time, you are learning so much. You are meeting so many people. And you're getting like a sense of the organization during these months. And it'll make you appreciate the organization. You're learning not only about your organization, but you're learning about NPHC organizations as a whole. You know what I'm saying? You're learning about other chapters. You're learning, I mean, no, not other chapters, but you're learning about like other lines before you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people have to like memorize like every chapter in their region. A lot of people have to memorize let's say every like line name and name of each member in your organization. Now, I feel sorry for y'all who got a whole bunch of people on your line now. Not on your line, but like on lines prior, because that's a lot of names to learn. A lot of names and line names. Child, that's a lot of names to learn. But yeah, so like it's a lot, you guys. It's definitely a lot. So that's basically how long the process goes. Also, I'm going to be, basically this is going to be a 2-in-1 video. I didn't say that in the beginning. Sorry if you hear my brother. I didn't want to say that. I didn't say that in the beginning. But basically, this is a 2-in-1 video. A lot of you have asked me, how do you get line names? How do you get line numbers? Stuff like that. Basically, you guys, you get your line names based on how your profiles and how the people see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if like okay, I can't really speak on my line name because I guess I can't speak on my line name. Can I speak on my line name? I mean, I never was told that, like, it's sacred or that it's... Okay, so we're just going to use me as an example. So for those of you who do not know, my line name is Conquest. And basically, if you look... Let's look up the definition of conquest. 1 second. 1 second. This one? Okay. According to this one, the definition of conquest is the act or process of conquering something conquered, especially a territory in war, like, you know, like that. And then the last one, it says a person whose favor or hand has been won. So essentially, what that means to me and what I was told that my name meant was that no matter the situation, the obstacle, whatever the case may be, I always find a way to get what I want. And that honestly meant so much to hear that from, you know, my pro fights or whatever, because they knew how hard I worked to make sure that AK was a part of my college experience. They knew how hard I wanted it, and they made sure that they gave me a line name that embodied that. So yeah, so hopefully I don't get beat up for saying what my line name meant, but I think it's a good thing. I don't want to hide that from the world. Shit, beach. No, but it means a lot to me because I do that on a daily basis. Like, I live by that because I literally, like, whatever I want, I will make sure that I get it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just like with me getting out of debt. Like, I will get out of debt by the age of 24. So next year, in this month, in April 2021, I will be out of debt. I will be debt free, and I will be looking or hopefully moving into my own place. So y'all won't hear my little brother in the background no more. But for the time being, obviously, I'm just, you know, staying put because, you know, I can't pay rent and loans. But anyways, that's essentially how you get your line name. So, so say if like my mentor or like my mentee or like a girl that I knew was interested in going to join a Greek organization or my Greek organization, and I see her qualities that she has, I see her characteristic that she possesses, and I basically based her line name based off that. Now, that's how I known for line names to come about. You can definitely get your line name in other ways. I personally don't know another way, so that's the only way that I know it. Obviously, if you guys know different ways that you have gotten your line names, you don't have to share what they mean if it means, you know, too much to you. I personally, I don't want to say I don't care. I just don't see it as a bad thing to like share what my line name means, especially since that is so important to me and that it really embodies who I am as a person, and just the determination that I have for the things that I want in life. So yeah, so now I actually don't feel bad about sharing that, because at first I was just like, ooh, I may have to edit it, ew, but I'm not going to. So yeah, so that's essentially that. As far as line numbers and the placement of the line, historically, it's basically, okay, people tell you it's based on height. It's not based on height. It's not based on height at all. Historically, that is how it was perceived, especially, I feel like down south, a lot of people, like, since they have so many, and I'm not speaking only, like, down south has, like, the longest lines, but most probates that I've been to, most probates that I've seen online have been majority down south, you know what I'm saying? Like, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and excuse me if this is not down south, but I just feel like those are, like, southern places, you know what I'm saying? So, like, in the south, let's say that. Down south, in the south, whatever. Anyways, I said what I said. I feel as though those lines that I've seen, like bigger schools where they just, in my mind, just pick people just to pick people because they need the people, instead of actually picking people because, you know, quality over quantity, but whatever.
Message.
That's another story for Jesus, because I personally don't believe in people just picking people just to join. Like, 78 people, have you interviewed all 78 people and agreed that they have the best quality for your organization? Probably not. Whatever.
I said it. I'm not taking it back. I meant you.
That's just my opinion. You can take it how you want to take it. But I do feel as though, what was I saying? What was I saying, y'all? Oh, I do feel as though the down south lines that I have seen have been very, like, hyped oriented. You know what I'm saying? Like height oriented. My line, on the other hand, was not at all height oriented. You can go back and look at my probate. I was the quad on the line, and it's basically based off who holds down the line, who uplifts the line, and then the people in the middle. And that's just like what I've been taught. That's what I've been informed about. Obviously, I can do more research about placement of the line. Obviously, at first, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was so hell-bent on being, because I was caught up in like, oh my God, the anchor is always the tallest person. Well, I'm tall as fuck, so like I need to be the anchor. And that's what my mindset was going into it, because obviously I didn't know anything about Greek life. I didn't have anybody in my Greek I didn't have anybody in my family that was in a Greek organization. So it was very like, oh my God, I have to be the anchor. But then when they made when they made the shortest person in my line the anchor, I was like, oh no, she can't hold me. Y'all, I was dead. I was so dead. And especially like when we had to lock up, like it was so weird, because it was just like it was funny. But literally I was so hell bent on being the anchor, because I was just like, I'm the tallest, like I have to be, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want us to look stupid. But ultimately, it's really not based on height. I was informed that by so many people, it's not based on height, you guys. So don't be discouraged when you're like the ace and you're the tallest person, or whatever the case may be. Do not be discouraged. People like to make fun of it. People like to get on Greek shenanigans and talk about it, but it's really not based on height. Historically, some people can say that it is, but literally, if you look into it, if you research it, if you were told by smart people and like profiles who understand, it's not based on height. It's based on who uplifts the line and who holds down the line. And, you know, and essentially who knows all the information and who knows it well enough to where, like, they holding you up, they holding you down. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I personally, y'all, sucked at memorization, sucked at pretty much everything. It took me a long time to understand and to learn all that stuff, especially with all that I was, you know, doing. Not to make excuses for myself, but I just struggled with that. So definitely you guys have to take into account of like your strengths and your weaknesses. My weaknesses was not that, okay? And I can admit that, because like a lot of people don't want to, because they feel as though like, okay, like that's embarrassing. No, like it's the truth. What are you weak at? What are you strong at? You know what I'm saying? You have to take accountability for your actions and make sure that as a line together that you can hold each other up and that you guys can work together. If I'm struggling on this, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So that's essentially how you get your line name, your line number, and the process of the line and how long it takes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.